Alright, you fucking ready?
Yeah.
Alright, let's do this. Hello, everybody. Today we're doing a fucking pod. You're giving me that stupid ass fucking look. We're doing a podcast. I really don't know. I thought it'd be fun. We were in the fucking car the other day, and it's fucking weird. It is so weird doing this, but we were in the car the other day and we were talking about it, and yeah, it was we just decided to do it, right, John?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems like a really fun idea. To just sit here and talk for a whole hour.
Well, I mean, we do that like every day, though.
Yeah, but it's different when it's like being recorded and I have to watch what I say.
Well, you always have to watch what you say, though.
Oh, but do I?
Yeah, you do. All right. Damn. We're having to share a mic, so we're really fucking close to each other, and we keep bumping into each other. Yeah, I mean, I do not know how any of this stuff works. I mean, I assume I've done what I've learned from other podcast YouTubers, you know, and we're gonna try and do that, and hopefully, it'll be kind of funny, right?
Yeah, it seems like we're doing a really good job here.
Yeah, not talking and shit.
Yeah.
Any one of these topics you want to start off? You want to start with your Yakuza story?
Well, I mean, you could start with your absence of YouTube while you've been gone for so long.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Because you kind of just like made this podcast out of nowhere and not talking.
Yeah.
It'd be weird to just start talking about Yakuza out of nowhere.
Okay, yeah, sure. So, a while back, right, you know, I decided I was just going to take a break from YouTube, and it's been a while, but I'm back. I was doing stuff with marching band and, stuff like that, and so it just was, dang, my throat, fuck. It was just taking up a lot of my time, and I couldn't do all the shit that I wanted to do with YouTube, so yeah, I don't know. I'm back now.
Yeah, marching season was a lot of fun to watch. That's all I ever did.
Yeah.
Just watch.
Yeah, damn. Well, I don't know. I fucking while I was gone, right? I had the whole car crash situation. You already know about that.
Yeah, it was really fun because it was like the day after all the stuff happened to me. Like literally the day after.
Yeah. And I fucking almost died, but I'm fine. I'm alive. Yeah. So and fucking I had to go to court because of it. And
well, you could explain how the car crash happened, though.
Okay, yeah.
You could You could just explain the light that you turned on, how you stop PTSD every single time you turn there.
Yeah. So I was on my way home, right, and I there's a light, right. You got to make a left-hand turn, and it was late at night. I was coming home from marching rehearsal or whatever, right, and the light was green, and I was really fucking tired, so I just started going and making my left-hand turn.
Literally, like, not even that far from the house, 1 block away from the house.
Yeah, like, it was literally, like, less than a fucking mile. But I started making my turn, and all of a sudden, dude comes and, like, hits me. And I will still say, I really do fucking believe they did not have their fucking headlights on.
They were like a ghost coming out of the shadows.
But yeah, so, they fucking just hit me, no horn honk, fucking nothing, right? And, I just fucking got hit. And so, my fucking car had a, luckily we had just, like, decreased our deductible or whatever, so it wasn't awful. But it still was like a whole thing, and I had to go to court because of it. And of course, because neither of us had dash cams or there's no cameras or anything, right? It's really fucking hard to prove that I'm innocent in this situation.
Also, it was a mother and her 2 children, right?
It was a mother, father, and 2 children.
That's, you know what's so strange about that? That's exactly how Audrey's first accident was.
Really?
Your first accident was a mom, a dad, and 2 kids. Audrey's was a mom, a dad, and 2 kids, but she basically almost killed them. She, like, totaled their car and totaled her car. They, like, crashed and, like, flew off the side of the road, and, like, the truck was upside down.
Luckily, mine wasn't...
It was also a truck, too. It's crazy.
Bruh. Luckily, mine wasn't that bad. Like, my car wasn't totaled, but it was pretty damaged. But I had to go to court and all this stuff, and of course, like I said, it's fucking impossible to. There's no way that I can just be like, I'm innocent because I said I am.
Yeah, to them, you just look like a stupid teenage boy that's just driving around in a F-150, and then the mom and dad that have been driving for years crashed into you. So
Yeah.
it seems like you have no experience, and it was your fault.
Yeah. So anyways, I went in, and like the judge had like a really like weird name. It was like Judge like John like Halsinger or like
Schmelzinger?
yeah, something like that. It was like it was a crazy last name. But anyways, you know, he just was asking me like, "Hey, where do you go to school, man? Like, what do you do at school?" And I was like, marching band," and you know, because that's the only thing that I do. And anyways, he was really cool. He was like, "Hey, so." He asked me how the crash happened, and I was like,
So, how did the crash happen?
and I was like, well, like I said, I'm not gonna fucking repeat the whole story, but you know, I told him, and I said, he was like, I included the part. I said, I do not believe their headlights were on, and he was like, so are you saying that you're pleading not guilty? And I was like,
Yeah, it's like really scary when they do it like that. It's
Yeah.
like, so you're pleading you're not guilty, right? And you're like,
and yeah, and so I was like, fuck, no, I am pleading guilty because, and I literally said to him, I said, there's no possible way that I can prove that I'm innocent, even though I adamantly believe that I am innocent. And then he was like, well, why don't I do this for you, son? And he was like, sounds like with, you know, band, you're not going to have any time to go to traffic school, so why don't I just dismiss all of your charges right here? And I was like, really? And he was like, yeah, you just need to go across the hall here and, you know, just pay like $50 and then all your charges will be dismissed. And I was like, there's no
Heck
fucking...
yeah.
Yeah, it was fucking awesome. So I got all my charges dismissed and I didn't have to do anything. I just had to pay some money and
then go home.
yeah, and then go home.
That was the big crazy court story.
Yeah.
Is that he was basically like, bruh, you got banned, and that sucks. You just want to pay the $50, just leave.
Yeah, pretty much. But damn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're fucking great at this shit. Could you imagine if the fucking mic wasn't on?
Could you imagine if we weren't recording this whole entire time? Yeah, that'd be like really funny.
Yeah, look, I think we're recording. Yeah.
You can talk about how there's not been really a lot of games coming out.
Yeah.
And how you've really only been playing Animal Crossing this whole entire time.
Yeah.
And then for some reason going back into Ring Fit Adventure.
Yeah. I fucking I don't know. This is a weird story to like start off on, but like, or well, not start off on, but start, I guess. But, you know, I've really been like I've been playing like fucking video games, obviously, while I've been gone, because what else am I gonna fucking do? And obviously there's that whole Animal Crossing update that just came out, and I'm having like so much fun with that. I'm honestly...
Yeah, I know. You've been playing it like so much every single day. Like literally like
Yeah.
5 hours a day.
You really need to get back into it, man.
I kind of just need to finish like all my other games. I'm still playing Yakuza.
Yeah. It's fucking... I don't know. It's so much fun. But the other thing that I did want to say is that there's like literally... I feel like there's no new games. Like, I was just thinking about it while I was playing Animal Crossing. Like, Animal Crossing is like one of the only games that I've been playing consistently since it came out. Like, I feel like most modern games, you know, you buy them for like $60 fucking dollars, and then you play them for like, I don't know, like usually at most it's like 10 hours. It's like a 10-hour game.
Yeah.
And then and sometimes it's even less than that, and they're charging like $60 for it. And then you play it, and then you're done with it, and then you gotta wait like 4 months until the next game comes out.
The next good game, at least.
Yeah. And I don't know, it's ridiculous. One thing that I also wanted to add is, on Switch you have the gold points or whatever.
Yeah. I think mine expired finally because I'm not spending, because there's nothing to really spend them on. It's like, oh, would you like in-game currency to a game you don't play?
Yeah.
No.
It was like I was, and so I didn't fucking know that shit expired. I just thought you just got to keep it.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I'm gonna save up like $30 and then spend it all at once, and then
doesn't it like reset every month?
I think it resets like once a year.
A year.
But I'd been saving it up since like last year, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't have like a bunch, but I had like $7, and I feel like that's a lot, right?
And those coins, yes.
Yeah. Because you have to buy a lot of games to earn up that money, because usually you only get like 30
Yeah,
cents.
it's like 1 cent every dollar.
Yeah.
Like, well, one gold coin or whatever they're called.
Yeah. And so I was
Yeah, so $7 in that is a lot. That's like that's probably buying like $60 games. You probably have to buy like 10, 20 of them.
Yeah. But I also, that's with the game card. You can redeem the points on the game card too.
Yeah, it's only with game card too.
Yeah. And so I've been redeeming all my points, and I was trying to save them, and I had $7, and then I've been saving it up, and I went back to check to just see how much I had, and I knew for a fact that I had at least 7, but then I came and checked last night, and I had like $2.99, and I was like, dude, that I don't know, it's just fucking. I was upset. And so
I was devastated.
And so my other $2.99 was gonna expire pretty soon, and so I was like, I gotta find something to spend this money on right now.
There's a lot of Animal Crossing stuff in there.
Hmm?
In the shop or whatever for those coins.
Well, that's what the Nintendo. You can get that stuff for free if you have the Nintendo Switch Online, I think.
All right, well then it's completely useless.
Yeah. So I was like, dang, I need to find something to spend this $2.99 on. And so first thing that I checked obviously is like the deals or the discount section. But of course, everything in there is either out of my price range, or it's like Bob's Bouncy World or whatever. And,
Bob's Bouncy World.
And it's like for like a penny. And I'm like, I don't want to buy something that's actually trash, you know?
Most of the games that are under $5 are trash.
Yeah, but I searched for like literally like 2.5 hours. Like because I was talking to you last night, and I left, right, and after that I like immediately came in here and spent the next like, because we were talking at like 8, right?
Yeah.
And I went to bed at like 10:30.
Yeah,
maybe?
no, it was like 8:40 something that you came in the room, and I was like laying down. I'm like, I'm tired.
Yeah, so then from 10 to 10 or damn 8:40 to 10:30, I was just sitting in here like searching for games, and I finally found one that was actually good, and it was, I think it might still be on sale. I don't know. Obviously when this podcast comes out it probably won't be, but it's called Squidlet.
Squidlet.
You can see it on my screen right there.
Oh yeah, that.
Obviously the viewers can't see, but you can see because you're sitting fucking right here.
Wow, yeah, that's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty cool.
They're just looking at a waving screen
Yeah.
that just keeps changing colors every half second.
Yeah. But I got Squidlet for like $2.45, and it's supposed to be like a recreation, or well, not a recreation, but it's supposed to be like it plays exactly as like an original Game Boy game would play. So it's only got the 3 colors of green. It's got and like it has all the same like limitations that a Game Boy game would have.
Yeah.
And it wasn't super long. I finished it all this morning, so it was like maybe an hour, 30 minutes to an hour of playtime. But for $2.99, I feel
It was a pretty good game.
It was a really good deal. It was a steal for that price, I feel like. I probably actually would have paid $5 if I had the money for it, but yeah.
Yeah. Talking about waiting for a game for a really long time, waiting for a really good game. You know, Hollow Knight Silksong is still taking its sweet ass time.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for that game. It's been like, I don't know. I got the game in like I think 2018.
Damn, has it really been
Yes,
long?
it's been that long. Since
Damn.
2018 I played that game. It was like right when I got my Switch. It was either 2019 or 2000. I think it was 2019 that I got the game.
'Cause I
And
got
it's
it before
2021 and it's November. So it's actually about to be 2022 already.
Yeah.
That's crazy when you think about it, huh?
It really is.
So it's been about 2 to 3 years since I played Hollow Knight. Well, I mean, not since I played it, but when I first played it. And I thought it was the best game ever. And I'm like, yeah, dude. Hollow Knight Silksong? Yeah. And then next year, like every year they're like, oh, some news are going to come out about it. It was, I think, the last time they made news about it was 2019. Like on Team Cherry's Instagram.
Yeah.
It was 2019, and I'm like, dude. And it was just talking about Silksong, like once, when it was like, oh, cool interview about it, or whatever. And then I have no idea what they're doing. They have not given us one word of what they're doing. It's coming, guys. That's the last thing they said was, it's coming, we're still working on it. That was the last thing they said, and I think that was like more than 5 months ago they said that. And I'm like, dude, you have to be yanking my dang chain. I don't want to be waiting this long.
Yeah.
So that's why I just moved on with my life because I was like, Silksong isn't coming anytime soon.
Yeah.
So I found Yakuza, but I haven't played any of the other Yakuza games. But it doesn't really matter. It's kind of like Final Fantasy where you get jump in at any time. So I got the new one for PS4 and I guess it's PS5 too. Mm-hmm. It's called Yakuza Like a Dragon, and it's really fun. And it's just literally you're just part of a mafia. Just Japan, what is it called? The Yakuza, because that's what they're called in Japan. And without like I guess spoiling it, I guess it doesn't really matter. It's like the prologue. I guess no one really cares unless they actually play it. But you basically are like the most loyal person in the Yakuza, and you're like the nicest one too. You're actually like when you beat the crap out of people and be like, you didn't pay your money, time to die. You don't actually kill them because your guy actually was like, wow, he actually did have the money, but he has like a wife and children and all these things that he has to pay for.
Yeah.
And he's trying to pay it for them, so then you just let him off and then pay it yourself. But then, of course, you do that, and one of the people, like the higher ups of the Yakuza, notice what you did, and they just beat the crap out of you, and it's like, I can't believe you did this. And then the leader of your I don't know what they're called, dude. Some of the names I just can't remember.
Yeah.
So it's like they're like called the something clan, but it's like part of the Yakuza. I don't know. There's like a bunch of clans or whatever, and you're part of one. So the higher up in your clan that you like work for, he was like, come to my office or whatever. You're one of my best friends in the Yakuza just killed one of the other members of the Yakuza, and a whole war is about to break out. And the only way to fix this is if you go to jail for him, and we all live. Oh, I'll do that for you. Yes, because I love you. I am the most loyal. And then you go to prison for like 15 years, get in a fight in there because people made fun of your leader. So then you just beat, like, he was literally getting the crap beat out of him by like 5 dudes. And right when they said, yeah, your leader's shit, then he got angry and then knocked all their teeth out. Right. And then that gave him an extra 3 years. So for 18 years, he was sitting in prison. And then he gets out and he was like, finally, I could go see my leader again. He goes and sees his leader. His leader wants nothing to do with him. He was used that whole entire time. He thought he was loyal that whole entire time for those 18 years. He comes back and then his leader basically just like, what was it? He just became stupid and he like got an alliance with a different clan that they were rivaling against. Yeah. So he literally was just like, "Are you joking? You really did that?" And he's like, "Why'd you do it, sir?" And like he jumps in front of like a meeting that they're in, and then he's just like, "Why would you do that, sir? I thought I was I thought I was loyal to you or whatever." And then like it's like a big meeting or whatever they're eating, and then the guy the leader just gets up, he points the gun at him. He's like, "This is one last request of my loyal dog, die." And then he shot him, and I'm like, "Bruh, are you serious? What the hell?" I literally just went through all of that for nothing, and he just shoots you, and then basically, instead of being the Yakuza of the higher up and having a bunch of money and beating the shit out of people, you just go down in the fucking slums and you become homeless. Like, you literally have fucking nothing. You get a hole in your chest, and then you just have to, like, the whole point of the game is, like, all you guys get everything taken from you, and you have to start from scratch again.
That sounds kind of cool, though.
And you have to you're not really taking revenge because he's still somewhat loyal to him. Because he's like, he wouldn't do that. I just wanted my answer because I'm a little bitch and can't even think. So he was still, like, he still pursues him a little bit, but he's, like, doing other things. Like, he's not even part of his own Yakuza. So he's just a guy himself. He's kind of, I think it's going to work like he's creating his own. Because I have about, like, 3 party members right now, so there's 4 of us, really. And then he's just, like, walking around and helping people. So he's getting a reputation of, like, helping people and stuff like that. And he's still, like, going after, other Yakuza groups, because the members are still like, you are part of this clan, die. So then every, like, 2 seconds you're being attacked by, like, a thug or a clan member of whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, this is, like, really annoying. It does get annoying sometimes, because I could tell there's a lot of problems with the game when it's the turn-based, that sometimes when there's still, like, cars moving in the background, sometimes you'd actually be fighting on the streets. You can move to the streets, but it just depends where the characters are running, because you can't actually control where they move. So they're, like, running, and sometimes there's supposed to be a thing where if you hit them and, like, they fall in front of a car, they could get ran over and then, like, just die. Yeah. So you're like, yeah, I killed him finally. I didn't really got to do much. I just pushed him in front of the car. But the weird thing is sometimes the game glitches out and they're running at me like they're about to do their attack. Like, since it's turn based, they're running at me before they, like, they jump up and, like, slash me with their knife. So I saw one, they were running at me, and then the car just hit them, but they didn't actually get hit. They just got stuck on the car, and they were running away. So the camera's, like, zooming in on them, and they're just super far away from the screen. They go a mile away, and I'm like, did my game break? I literally can't do anything. And then he just goes, whoosh, he just teleports right there in front of me and just goes, shh. In the game, you're supposed to press circle to perfect guard, to, like, guard against their attack instead of just getting your ass beat. So I wasn't able to time it because he just teleported out of nowhere and said, nothing personal, kid. And then just stabbed me, and then I just died. And I'm like, that was awesome. Thank you, dude. I love this game.
Damn.
The side quests are really... Sometimes, it's like just how Japan is. Some of their shit is just really fucking weird, and they act like it's normal. But this one, I know that they did this as a joke. That there was this one side quest. This is the baby man side quest. That's what I call it. That I'm just walking around, and these for some reason... these clan members or whatever are over there beating the shit out of some dude holding some baby formula. And then I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And then he's like, give me the fucking baby formula, I need that. And then your guy is just like, this is fucking stupid, what the hell you guys are doing? He's like, what the fuck you say to me? Pulls out the knife, and then they're all fighting, and I just beat the shit out of him by myself. And then they all go, they all run away. They're like, he beat the shit out of us, one dude. And then the guy holding the baby formula, he looked like some dad. He looked like he was like 30 or something. Yeah. So he's just holding, and he goes, thank you so much for saving me, blah, blah, blah. I was just trying to get this baby formula to my starving baby, but I don't know where any hot water, I need some hot water for this. And I was like, I got you. And then I had to run away to the other side of town, go to a coffee shop. Could I get some hot water? And your guy explains it to the waitress or whatever you call it. I don't know what the name of it for, like, someone that does coffee.
Like a barista?
Barista, yeah, the barista. You're just talking to her, and then she's like, you're just like, man, what was it? It was like, I think it was just like, baby needs milk. Like, he said something like that, and then she was like, I understand. And then gave you the hot water. You grab the hot water, come all the way back to the other side of the whole entire map, and then you're just like, I got the hot water. Thank you so much. Emotional music starts playing. My wife hates me. I'm just like, what the fuck? My wife hates me. She's trying to take care of the baby, but all I do is ever work, and you have to give him advice. There's kind of like a system in the game where, like, I don't know, where, like, you have different...
Like dialogue options?
No, like, you have different dialogue options, and your guy has, like, not a skill set. I'm trying to think, like, a social meter thingy or whatever. It's be like, kindness and a bunch of other stuff like that. So, like, if you say a certain thing and, like, give him advice, then your kindness will go up, and then you'll get a better reputation. But he was just like, my wife hates me. I work so much, and she's the only one taking care of the baby, so I'm just trying to help and get it. And then you just have to give him advice. And I was just like, maybe you should take care of the kid. That's literally all I said. Maybe you should take care of the kid because she's doing it all herself. And he goes, whoa, I think you're right. oh wait, and then like they're just all talking, having some stupid weird moment, and then you're like, oh wait, he was like, oh my god, I need to go give her the milk, maybe I should go do that now, come with me. And you're like, okay, sure, why not, I guess I got nothing better to do. I'm gonna run with this dude that's trying to take care of some kid that I don't even know who or where it is. So we just run up somewhere, I don't even know what it was, we just go in a building, and then he hears a baby crying, and he goes, oh my god, he busts the door. He's like, "Are you okay?" And then all you see is the Yakuza members that you beat the shit out of, and they're all in baby diapers, and they're all laying on the ground like this, whining. And his wife, no, I don't think it was his wife. I think it was like a worker or something. Like it was some weird type of like fetish place that like they want to be there and be fed by a mom or something. So it was just they looked like they were about 50 years old, and the girl was like I think 20, 30 or something, and she's like, here's your milk, and it's like giving it to him. You're like, what the fuck did I just walk in on? The guy, like the babies are like, one of them is like fat as hell, like he's huge, he's like 6.5 feet tall, and he's just on the ground, he's like this with his legs just like dangling. And then he just goes, I can't believe you guys walked in on our turf. Boys, they're all wearing their diapers or whatever. They're all muscular too. And they just get up and they're like, get them. And then you just have to beat the shit out of some baby men. And you're just like, what the hell was that? And then you explain everything that happened and they go, oh, that's what was happening? Oh, I'm sorry for fighting you and stuff like that. And then they give advice to the dad. Like you're just sitting there for a whole like 5 minutes and they're talking to him going, oh, well, you have to understand that she is blah, 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 and I don't think you understand how parenting works. You need to give babies full attention. Like me. I always give full attention. like me. I always come here. This is exactly how a baby should feel. This is what I like. Just do what we're doing here. I'm like, what the fuck is this? So you go through all that weird shit, and then the dad leaves, and I'm just standing there. And then they're like, thank you for helping that guy, blah, blah, blah. You're a really nice person. You talk to him, give him advice, and he was like, how about we make a toast? You want to make a toast with us? And it was milk. It was just like a little milk bottle. And then you could either say, yes, accept the gift, or no, get the I think it said, hell no. It was like, hell no, and you just leave, or, yeah, sure, why not? So then,
you did the toast, right?
Of course I did the toast.
Yeah.
So I said, hell yeah. And then I'm just like, yeah. And he goes, yeah. And then he's like, he just says to the guy behind us, he goes, go get some more baby formula for us. And then the guy, the big dude just runs. He comes back with baby formula, and they just start mixing it, and they give it to you. And then you all just start drinking it like it's like alcohol. And you're like, he just goes, whoa, man, that was so good. And then you're like, yeah, man. And he's like, we should do this more sometime. And you're like, yeah. Your guy literally goes, yeah, sure. And he goes, how about one more? And then it was like, hell no, or sure. So I picked sure.
Yeah.
So I picked sure. And then you just down more. And he goes, man, it seems like you're a really good member of the family. You know what that means? And then they strip you down and put diapers on you, and you're just like, yeah. And then that's how the side quest ends, is that you just join the baby man group. And you also get, like, the whole point of the side quest is that now they'll help you. That if you're, like, in a fight or something, you could call on them. So you're like, oh shit, we're losing. Call the baby men. So you call the baby men. Then they'll come by and they'll beat the shit out of the people you're fighting. So just imagine that you're having a whole turf war against like some other clan members, and then you're getting your ass beat, and you're like, hold on, just give me 1 second. And you call them, and you just see one big fat baby guy run by and beat the shit out of everyone. Like, dude, they're really strong. They could actually like take it down like the whole entire group. But it costs money, obviously. You just have to buy them, because it's a game mechanic.
Yeah, you're interrupting their baby session.
Yeah, you're interrupting their baby session, so it's kind of...
Yeah, there's no way they're coming for free for that.
It was such a weird moment, but I loved it. I was just sitting there, just like face palming. I'm like, what the fuck am I playing? What am I playing?
I don't think I've heard anybody say face palming since like 2010.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh shit. Here's a topic. Here's a thing that I can tell you about. So last night I had a fucking dream about you, and it's really fucking weird because like
you're really pissed at me.
Yes, I was telling him about this a little bit ago, but damn, I was so fucking mad at you in the dream because we were going to eat, I know that. And we were like, it was late at night, and then we were just walking down the street, and then all of a sudden this big like fat dude like comes up to us.
It's the baby man.
It's not the baby man. And he's got a trench coat on, and then he goes like, I know you kids want some of this, and then he like opens up his trench coat, and like inside is like it looks like a bong, but like really fucking tiny, like a
tiny bong.
Yeah, like a very tiny fucking bong. And then he goes like, yeah, it's only like
it's only like $1,538.
Yeah,
for this tiny bong.
I think he was just gonna give it to us, and so he was like, yeah, you want this, or he's like handing it to you or something, and then I'm like, Joey, don't fucking do that.
Don't accept tiny bong from strange man.
Yeah, I was like, we're trying to go eat. Let's keep going. And then you're like, no, dude, fuck you. I'm gonna use this. And I was like, Joey, it's a fucking stupid ass idea. Don't use the tiny little baby bong. And then you're like, I don't know what fucking happened, but you like took it and like you like fucking, I guess, used it. You know, you fucking.
But it's a tiny bong.
Yeah, so I don't know how you fucking.
I didn't light it or anything. I just put it in my mouth.
You didn't eat it. You like sucked like you know, like you did the fucking on the top or whatever. You're inhaling but you didn't light it. So I don't know how the fuck it
So
worked.
in your dream, you just thought it was normal.
Yeah. So I don't know, but it was fucking normal in the dream, and you just went like, and then you know.
It's like that thing about the dream, how like when you turn on a light, it doesn't work. So it's like you probably can't light fire or something. I don't know, dude.
But I don't know. But you. And then all of a sudden you just fucking disappeared.
It's the wonder drug. I disappear out of existence.
Yeah, I was like, damn it! I fucking told him not to do this shit. I was like,
so I literally this guy hands it to me. Don't use it, Joey. Don't use it. And I just disappeared.
Gone, dude. And I was like, damn, he's just fucking gone. I was like,
that's so funny to think about.
I was like, damn.
And I like how it's not like Joey, my friend. It's like, damn, what a fucking idiot. I told him not to.
I was so fucking pissed.
I knew this would happen.
And so I was like, damn. All right, fucking. I guess I'll. I don't know. I was like, I guess I have to fucking go eat still.
So, man, I'm hungry. Well, fuck this. I can't do anything about it.
I walked all the way down to this like Japanese restaurant or something like that.
Was it like hibachi or something?
Yeah, it was like that. And I went inside or whatever, and then I sat at this like, it was kind of like a bar, I guess. So it was like a curved table, and behind it there's a person standing there.
Yeah, kind of like hibachi when they cook in front of you.
But it wasn't like, but it was wood. It was a wood table, and it was just curved. So they weren't cooking anything in front of me, but like
they were just staring. It was just a guy standing there staring at you.
Yeah, and so like I don't know. It's fucking dream logic. It doesn't fucking matter. But anyways, I go and I sit down at the bar thing, and then the guy's like, "I can tell what happened to you. You lost someone important to you." Huh?
Really?
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. He's fucking gone. And he was like, he poured me fucking like a glass of like fucking alcohol or some shit, and he was like, here you go, man, it's on the house. And I was like, thanks, man. And so I just sat there and fucking was drinking and just was fucking pissed at you. I was like, why would he
fucking idiot? Damn,
he's fucking gone forever now. Damn, never get to see my best friend again. And yeah,
that was the whole dream.
That was the whole fucking dream.
You just end it with, man, seems like you lost somebody really important to you. Yeah, some dumbass. I told him not to eat the bong, but he ate it, and now he's gone.
Yeah. So, just you're fucking gone forever, I guess. I don't know. And I woke up, and I was like, damn, Joey's a fucking... I was mad at you when I woke up. And I was like, damn, none of it was real. Never mind, I guess.
It's so weird that you could still be mad about something like that. It's like Joey ate the magical bong, and he disappeared.
Yeah.
And I never questioned it.
Yeah.
It happened. Like, I already knew it was going to happen. The guy disappeared too, right? So after, like, so it's like, right when I grabbed the weird bong thing, he just disappeared.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
What'd you do?
Yeah. There. All right. Just was checking our time. Oh.
Nice.
But, like, do you ever have that happen where you wake up and you think the dream that you had was like...
Yeah. The only last time I did...
What the fuck was I going to do? Okay. Yeah. There. All right. Just was checking our time. Oh, but, like, do you ever have that happen where you wake up and you think the dream that you had was, like...
The only last time I did something like that where I thought the dream was still, like, happening was when I was younger. Because when I wake up, I'm like, that was a dream. Like, I wake up, like, I can see that I'm looking at the ceiling and I'm like, oh, it was all just a dream.
Yeah.
I haven't really. I haven't remembered my dreams in the past like few weeks. I haven't really. I've had. Of course, you always have dreams.
Yeah.
But I could just never remember them.
Yeah. Mine have been getting like more and more like kind of like vivid lately. Like I can like actually like I wake up and I remember them, you know. But oh, that's what I was gonna say. I was watching Jerma, and he reminded me of like this one dream that I had one time where I was like I woke up, or well, fuck, I guess I should probably tell what fucking happened in the goddamn dream. Damn. So I was fucking sleeping.
So I woke up and the dream was over.
Yeah. But I had this dream. This was in my old house. This was like, I guess in middle school or something like that. But, I just was, I had woken up once already. My mom came in and was like, "You gotta get ready for school." I was like, "Okay, 5 more minutes," and then I went back to sleep, right? And then, so I went back to sleep, and I had like this just. Like, it was this table. Well, obviously, the viewers can't fucking see it, but it was that table right there.
Yeah.
Because I still had that in my old house, obviously, right? And I opened up the little cubby thing on it. I opened up the little drawer.
Yeah.
And inside of there was just money. Just so much money. And
How the hell did this get in here?
And I was like, oh my God. I was like, I forgot that I had all this. And I was like, I'm going to spend this, like, tonight. I'm just going to, like, close that. And then I'm going to go get ready for the day. And then I'll just get that money whenever I'm done. And then I really woke up, right? And then so I got out of bed and I was like, that's so cool. I'm so excited. I'm going to spend all that money tonight. And then I got in the shower.
Wait, for real? So, like, you thought you were still in a dream?
No, I didn't think I was. I thought what happened when I opened
Was
the drawer
still real.
was real. And I was just like, and so I got in the shower and I was showering myself. And then I was like, I was thinking about the money, right? And I was like, man, what am I going to spend it on? I was like, and then it clicked. I was like, where did I even get that money from? I was like, yeah, like fucking Reese here. I was like, where the fuck did I get that from? And then so I got out of bed, or not out of bed, fucking out of the shower. Damn. I got out of the shower, and I went, and I was like, there's no way it's gonna actually be there. And I opened up my fucking drawer, and it wasn't there, obviously.
Then it was.
And then it was. And then so, but no, it wasn't there. And so I was like, damn, I was really fucking disappointed because like it felt like I lost money. You know, it felt like
I lost money, my dream money.
Yeah. But man, yeah, that was really fucking disappointing. I was so upset that morning, and like I had to go to school, and I was like, damn.
I've had some dreams like that, but I can't even fully remember them, where it's like you had something and you're like, yes, finally. Mine, weirdly enough, it was always like, I've always had like a girlfriend in the dream or something like that, and I'm like, fine, and I've never had one before, and then I wake up and I'm like, oh, I'm depressed. I'm alone again. But a dream, do you have like any dreams that like you remember, like ones that you kept reoccurring? They're the same ones. Wait, hold on. I've always had this one. Like I know I asked you the question, but I just want to like say that so I could like go on to this one.
Yeah.
But what a dream I've always had. It's very weird that I don't know what it means, but it was when I was a kid. Last time I had it, I was like I think 11. But every single like I'd say week, I would have a dream that it'd be like I'd somewhat be like sweating or not sweating, but I'd feel comfortable. I'm laying in a car, and then it's just driving on the freeway, and I'm just like, this is normal. I love just like hearing the just like the car drive, and it's just quiet, and I'm just sitting there in the car with like a blanket around me, and then I'm like, wait, who's driving the car? And then I'm like, that's strange. No one's in the car. I look over, no one's driving the car. The wheel's just every single time the wheel isn't like just holding straight since it's going forward. Mm-hmm. It's always going like this and going up and down. Yeah. And then I just look at it's kind of like showing us like something's driving the car, but no one's there. So then I just freak out and I'm like, what do I do? I literally can't leave the car. I'm trapped in here. And then I wake up in a cold sweat every single time. Mm-hmm. And then sometimes it morphed to like no one's there or my sister's there or it took until like I think the 10th time I've had the dream, I was like, I'm going to do something. So then I jumped there. I don't know how to drive the car because I'm a little kid. So I just grabbed the wheel. I'm like, I'm going to get off this car. And then like right when my hands touch the wheel, the dream just ends. And then I wake up and I'm like, and it's so weird. And then like sometimes my sister's there, and then she's like strapped, like she would be like in the front seat, and she'd be like just strapped there, and then she can't move. And like she's like, "What do we do, Joey? We're being kidnapped." And I'm like, "Kidnapped? Who's kidnapping us? What does that even mean?" So then the last time I had the dream was, I think it's weird because I guess I was just always scared of like being kidnapped or like not knowing what's kidnapping me. It's kind of weird. I don't know, but maybe I'm just scared of cars. I don't know.
Yeah.
But the last time I had the dream that made it stop was it was in California. It was in California where it stopped. So I was probably 10 years old.
Yeah.
So I was sitting in, it was like a van. So I'm sitting in the van. I'm sitting in the driver's seat, and like I just wake up and I'm in the driver's seat. But of course it's a dream. So I'm just in there and I'm like, why am I just sitting in this car, and why is it in the driveway? And it starts going backwards, like it's about to like pull out and leave, and I'm like, nope. And then I'm like, I got a good idea. Opens the door, runs out, because I was like, finally, it's not on the freeway. I could get out now. So then I got out. Like that felt like that was the closure of the dream, that it was like, it's not on the freeway this time. I arrived at the house that it was taking me to. So then I just opened the door and I shut the door. I run inside and I'm like, I'm free. I just get into my mom's room, and everyone's in there, and they're all like messing with the computer. Like we had a really shitty computer. I don't know what they were doing. They were messing with it. And they all just turn around and look at me, and then I'm like, Eddie, the car's moving by itself. Huh? And then he goes, again? And then he just goes, and then I guess he does something with the car, and then I'm just talking, and then I just go over there, see what they're doing on the computer. I don't know what they were doing, and then the dream just ends. And then I'm like, oh, that's awesome. And then I never had the dream again. I was like, my brother fixed it. I'm good. That car's never going to get me again. He took care of it. But another dream that I've had, like all the dreams I can remember, it's the car one, and then like one other one. It was terrifying. The first terrifying dream I've ever had that always stuck with me was when my little brother was born. He was about like 2 years old. I know that I was 4 years old when I had this dream. I can still remember it. That we're in Walmart, and of course it's probably like a kid thinking it's like, oh, when you're alone, you're dead. You're just dead. So in the dream, we're in Walmart, and my little brother, of course, and since I'm 4 years old, the only way I've seen my little brother is like in his high chair. So it's like a little big high chair that he's in. So he was just in Walmart for some reason. And for some reason, my mom made me watch him, a 4-year-old. So he's just in the high chair, like in the middle of the Walmart. Like I'd say it's more of like when they have McDonald's like attached to Walmart, it's kind of like close up to that area, like near the exit. So he was just right there. And then my mom and everyone just left, and I'm like, what happened? And I see my little brother, he's right there, and I'm like, huh. And then I do something, I don't know, I can't fully remember what I did, but I think I left, and then I came back, and then I just look over, and just like, it's like kind of like eerie sound, that it's like, and I just look over, and then there's just complete blood all over the high chair. It's like dripping, and it's like I just see like a man, like I think it was his head was chopped off, and it was just sitting there, and it was blood, and its eyes were just staring at me like this, and then my heart just sinks, dude. I'm just like, a 4-year-old saw this, like this is my dream, and I'm thinking it's real, so I'm just looking over, and I'm like, it's all my fault, and then my mom's like, what happened? And then I'm like, it's my fault. I wasn't watching him. And then she's like trying to, like, she's like, just like, what is it, like bloody murder, like screaming, like where like, I guess like you probably hear when they're like, my child or whatever, but it's like really like terrifying screeches where I'm like, this is a tragedy. This is like the worst thing that could have ever happened. So I'm just sitting there, just like feel dead inside, and I just wake up, and then I'm just like, I'm just like white in the face. I just run downstairs. I'm just like, where's Landon? And then my mom's like, what do you mean? He's in his crib. And I'm like, I run over there, I'm like, oh God, he's fine. And then after that, still 4 years old, I had a dog named Missy. It was a Weimaraner, the black dog. And for some reason, I think it's because since you're a kid, you get all this stuff in your mind, but you don't know what it was. Like if I saw something on TV, then it would like go in a dream too. Yeah. But I can't remember what it was. I think my mom was probably watching something where it had this guy or whatever, probably, this is just something I'm assuming, that he grabbed the bottom of the jaw and the top of someone's jaw and just ripped it open and killed them like that. And I was like, I guess that was just some cool thing that she was watching. I don't know. But I go over there. For some reason, I'm not controlling myself. I'm not even walking. I'm kind of like levitating. And then my hands are just going like this towards my dog. I grab the bottom of her jaw and the top of her jaw and just rip her mouth right open and just kill her. Like, I'm 4 years old. I can never forget this dream. It was the only dog we had was my favorite dog, and I just run over there, grab the bottom of her jaw, top of her jaw, rips it open, just blood goes everywhere. She dies, and I'm just like, why did I do that? I'm looking at my hands, and I'm just like, who did that? Wasn't me. Why did I do that?
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, that was weird. Why did I do that? So I'm just like traumatizing the dream, and I'm just having the guilt just over me the whole entire time, and then I just start walking up to like the back. I was like in the kitchen, so then like the back door's there. So I slide the back door open. I see everyone's, for some reason, my dream, I was like, oh, they're working on the pool, because we had like a big pool you had to like put together. So we had like a bunch of our family members that were walking by, and then I just look over and my dog comes back as a ghost and starts just floating towards me, and then just starts ripping me apart. Just biting me to death, ripping me apart, and I'm just screaming. I'm like, help, help! And I just look over. No one notices. No one's noticing what's happening. In front of everyone, I'm being eaten alive, and no one's doing anything about it.
Damn.
Everyone's just acting like nothing, like I'm not even there. Yeah. So it's like, in my eyes, I was like, this is punishment for what I've done. So I was just being ripped apart. No one's doing anything, and then I wake up just terrified, and then I'm running downstairs. The dog was down there, and I just had a heart attack. I just started running. I go to my mom's room, and my mom still remembers the dream, because I was like, she was like, that was the most terrified I've ever seen you. So I just go in her room, and I just lay on the ground, and I'm just laying there, and I'm like, just not going to sleep, and I went until it was the morning, and then my mom was like, asked me what happened, and I told her the dream, and she was like, damn, my kid's a psycho.
Yeah, you're gonna grow up to be like a fucking like serial killer, dude. Having dreams like that, you know?
Yeah. There's a thing, I don't know if this was a dream. This is the other thing that makes that fun, that I have like a memory of, but I don't know if it was a dream or not. My mom or brother said, oh, it was just a thing on Nickelodeon. That, it kept repeating that I guess Nickelodeon was closed for that day, and it was like, go outside. It's fun outside. Go outside. It's fun outside. Go outside. I think I was mental or something. I was staring at it, just going, no cartoons. It's fun outside. Go outside. It's fun outside. Go out. And it just kept repeating itself over and over again, where it's like almost insanity. It's like the same thing just getting played over and over again. So I just felt like I was going insane. It was like up there in the corner of my mom's room. I'm in her room, and I'm just staring at it, and it just keeps repeating itself. And I'm just like, I was just like, it made me feel scared. Almost as like the feeling of, what is it called? Not the Amber Alert, but like the alert or whatever on your TV. That's what it felt like. Yeah. Like it felt like scary, where it felt like the world was ending. I'm like, there's no cartoons, there's no nothing. It's like kind of like if you're like not on the internet for a long time, you're like, well, then what's happening with the world? I don't know what's going on. So I'm just looking at it, and I'm like, the world's over. There's no TV, there's no nothing, and I'm just staring at this thing, doing nothing.
That was like a promotional thing. I think it was called like the Nickelodeon Day of Play or something.
Yeah.
They were like, we're gonna turn off the cartoons for one day, and you guys got to go outside and do stuff.
That was so stupid.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was. No one told me what it was, and I was just staring at it, and I'm like, this is so creepy. Why is it not letting... Like, it wasn't even creepy. It wasn't even supposed to be. Yeah. But to me, I was just some stupid, like I think I was like probably 3 or 4, because I know when I was 5 is when we moved to California. But I was just staring at it, and I'm like, this is so strange. Yeah. I went outside a lot. I don't really watch I didn't watch a lot of cartoons when I was like 5 or younger. It was until I got a little bit older for some reason. But when I was younger, I always went outside. But then I was just like, I want to watch cartoons. Go outside. Go outside.
Yeah.
Go outside. What the fuck is this?
Luckily, I was going to say this when you were talking about your fucking dreams, but luckily my reoccurring dreams aren't as fucking, like, horrifying as yours. Like, mine are just, they're still scary, but they're not like, I killed my fucking dog.
I killed my dog. Yeah. I got kidnapped by a car with no driver.
Yeah, mine aren't that bad, but I think when I was before I could drive, right, I used to have these like weird dreams. Like and I was never scared of driving. I was actually like, super excited to be driving. I was like, yes, I can finally go wherever I want. But I guess I had a weird subconscious fear of driving, because all the time, and it got worse as I got closer to like turning 16, right, when I could drive, right, and they got more and more frequent, where I would be driving, right? And so like this like the start of the dream, right? And I'm just driving, and having a good time, and then I think to myself, I don't know where I am, and then I look down at the gas, and it's like at empty, and then like the car slows to a stop or whatever, and like it could be anywhere. It could be in the woods. It could be in a town. It could be anywhere.
But it's in
the car slows to a stop in the middle of the road, and then I just have to fucking get out of the car, and my phone is dead, or I don't have a phone or something, right? So I can't pull up any kind of GPS or anything. And then I just step outside of the car, and I start looking around, and like the town that I'm in isn't like normal for some reason. It just feels weird to be in this like wherever I'm at, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I don't know how to get home. I don't know how I got here. Like, I obviously I can't drive. There's nobody. That's what's probably weird about it. There's never anybody. There's never any other cars. There's never any people on the streets. There's never anything. I'm just alone in the entire world. And then so I'm like, I don't know what's happening. Like, where is everybody? Where am I? How do I get home? And then, I would have these dreams all the time. And like right as it got closer and closer to my birthday, yeah, as it got closer and closer to my birthday, I would have these dreams like multiple nights in a row. But I wasn't scared of driving. I would wake up and be like, I would forget about them most of the time, but like I know I had them, right? But and so like I just like I would in the normal world I'd be like, I'm so excited to drive, and then finally I got my license, right? And as soon as I was able to drive, they all went away.
Really?
Literally, I was like, my fear of driving like was just gone. So like I just now I can just drive, but like man, those dreams were like terrifying because like I like literally there's no way for me to just get home. I was just lost forever.
It's like our dreams have a common theme of just being lost. We don't know where we are.
Yeah.
Like the car one, I was like, I don't know where I am. I'm in the car, but that's about it. And we're on the freeway, but I don't know what freeway.
Yeah.
And it was almost like most of the time there were no other cars like on the freeway. It was just us.
Yeah.
And sometimes there would be other people. And it was just really weird.
Oh, man. Oh, one thing that I didn't want to say, this is like taking it back like quite a fucking while, but Hollow Knight, I was really thinking to myself, man, like I still haven't beaten Hollow Knight. Like I'm still not done with that game.
My absence of YouTube and Hollow Knight.
Yeah. But the thing is, I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do. I really don't know what I'm supposed to do because
dude, it wasn't really that hard for me because it's like, hey, look, I didn't go to this part of the map because it's showing that I could go more. So then it's just the whole point of the game is about exploration.
Yeah.
It was like they said, I think Team Cherry said something like, oh, we want our players to be lost in exploration. That's the whole point of the game. Is that you're not supposed to know where you're supposed to go.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. You're lost. So you're running around everywhere going, oh, look at this, look at this, look at this.
Yeah.
That's what I felt like. I was like, oh my god, new room. Ooh, what's this?
Yeah.
New phone, who dis? And then I kill some enemies and I'm like, yeah, this is awesome.
I get that, but I mean,
it's like you're supposed to not know what's happening. So then when you get surprised, you're like, huh, what's this weird mansion with people like flying around and they're shooting things at me, like, and there's like whispers around, and then like you just read up on lore and it's like, oh, it's a place where like people like literally murdered other bugs to steal their soul to use for their brain, and then they use it for power, but then they became corrupt because I don't know.
For me, I damn, if I could fucking think of it. I off camera, I like explored every room that like I opened up my map and went to every room that I knew of, right? To look around and find any new pathways or anything. But I couldn't find anything. And I did all this like off camera. I went like back and forth between like all these areas. Couldn't find anything. The only thing that I could find is there's one place that's like the door's locked. And then and you told me I need like a
the
key.
King's brand. I think
no, it's just like it. You said I think I need like just like a normal key or something like that.
Simple key.
Yeah, and the thing is, I can't find that anywhere. I bought one, at this one dude's shop.
Yeah, Sly. I think that was his name.
Yeah.
No, I don't. Yeah, I think it was Sly. I can't remember.
But I bought one at that dude's shop, right? And then I used that one on like another door, and so I feel like I'm like soft locked now because I bought
No, you're not soft lock. Because you bought that key and used it on the one in
Dirtmouth.
Dirtmouth, yeah. Yeah, I did the same thing when I first started.
Yeah.
And
But I can't find any other keys.
I can't remember where the other key is, but you find it somewhere. I think you got to fight a boss or something. And then you get the key, and then you go and open one of the doors. Because you're trying to get in the Royal Waterways. I remember that. That's how far behind you are.
Yeah.
The Royal Waterways wants a simple key. And the simple key is somewhere near in that area. And then you get the key, you open it, and then you open up like so much of the game.
I've literally looked through I've looked in, I've even found the secret area, the, like, Kingdom's Edge or whatever.
Yeah.
I found that area, but, because you have to go through the little...
I mean, it's not it's technically a secret area, but not. You're supposed to be over there, because that's lore.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, to get in to Kingdom's Edge, you have to go through that, like, really tiny crack in the ground, right?
Yeah.
And so, I found that on my own, and I was like, oh, cool, Kingdom's Edge. And I had to fight all the hopper guys and whatever, right? You know, the ones that...
Yeah. I watched her struggle with them.
Yeah.
It was fun to watch. Remember, it was the 5-minute loop.
Yeah,
was because of them.
Yeah, because I like literally would just go and die. But I explored that entire area. I explored everywhere. I explored all this stuff, but
it's because you were supposed to go to the Royal Waterways first and then go there.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. There's got to be some other key that I'm missing or something. But damn, I was thinking about that. I really want to beat Hollow Knight, but I can't figure out what the hell I'm supposed to do or find out where the hell this key is. So. That's why, obviously, well, part of it is because I've just been absent from YouTube. But the other part of it is because I really just don't want to play Hollow Knight anymore. Because, like, I don't want to just have YouTube videos where I'm just like, okay, hey guys, this is that boy, and we're going to be looking for, this is, let's find the key part 5. Like, I don't want to just sit around.
Let's find the key part 5, yeah.
And I just feel like that's not very good content. Because it's just going through all the same rooms that I've always been in, like, for the entire rest of the game. And I just can't find the key. So, I don't know. I think maybe I might be done with Hollow Knight unless I decide to just pick it up and I find the key or something. Then maybe I'll start playing again.
The only game I really got to finish now is Phoenix Wright. But it's like, you got to use all of your brain. There's a lot of reading. But, it's what is the game called? I just said the name. It was Phoenix Wright.
Yeah.
The worst part about the game is not exploration, but like finding evidence. It's like, oh my god, dude. It's like you don't know what you're supposed to be doing. So the only thing you can do is just examine everything, talk to everyone. And then when you do all that, you're like, well, I don't know what else to do. Okay, well, I've talked to everyone, but did I show them enough evidence? And you start throwing evidence in a bunch of evidence and stuff in their face until they say something. And most of the time, it's like, they would repeat themselves. They'd be like, what would I do with that? Oh, I guess you don't really need that. What would I do that with that? Oh, I guess you don't really need that. And you just keep doing that until, like, you give them the right piece of evidence. And you're like, yes, finally, new dialogue. And then it wasn't even really that important. And you're like, well, then, time to go for more exploration and find other evidence. And then finally, it takes about, like, an hour and a half. And you're like, finally, I could go in the courtroom. And then you're like, well, the evidence I have is absolute garbage. What am I even going to do here? Like, most of the time you just go in there and you're like, you don't know what to do. So all you could do is ever, like, press them on something. They'll say something. You're like, why did you say that?
Yeah.
And then that's all you got to do until you're like, oh, I caught you in a lie. And then they'll be like, actually, that wasn't a lie. I was actually just being dumb for a second. Can I redo my testimony? You're not allowed to, but I'm going to let it happen anyway. Okay, I'm ready to do my testimony. I caught you in a lie. Can I redo my testimony? Sure. Bro. Caught you in a lie. Here's some evidence. Can I redo my... Oh my god, can you just admit that you're wrong? Like, it feels like that's how court actually is. It is like that hard to actually catch somebody in something. Is you're like, here's all the evidence. And they're like, well, dang, we hate everyone and we'll never let justice serve right. Like, that's just how it always feels.
Yeah.
It's just so annoying. It's like, all the odds are stacked against them. I'm like, see, look at all this evidence. And they're like, no, you know what? All or nothing. Give me evidence about this. And you're like, well, great, I don't have evidence about that, but I have evidence about everything else. And they're like, seems like this court is adjourned. And you're like, fuck you, Edgeworth. I hope you kill yourself. Like, are you serious, dude?
Yeah. Well, we've been talking for an hour.
We have?
Yeah, we're coming up. We just hit an hour.
Dang.
Yeah.
Well, do you still want to talk about the band and the band party?
Yeah, I guess we can do that, and then we can wrap it up from there.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, we had a because every year in our band program we sell flowers, right? We sell chrysanthemums, and we raised enough chrysanthemums, and we got like a game night, you know, it's like a reward or whatever, right? And so we went to this party or whatever, and we had a whole Smash tournament, and I don't know, it's pretty fucking fun. I mean, would you like agree or whatever?
Yeah, I wish I didn't get my ass kicked though. Just like I was like, yay! Finally, I waited like a whole 30 minutes for my match to start. I beat Tucker, and then I had to go against Marcos, and I was like, how did I lose? It's because I did the stupid air dodge, and like when you do an air dodge, it's like a million frames before you can do anything else, and I'm like, oh my god! And then it ruined me because he didn't want to grab the edge, because Terry just never likes to grab the edge ever.
Yeah. I think my biggest thing was that when I was going, because I made it to the semifinals, right? And on my last matchup, I just got really nervous, and because Dennis was playing as Link, right? And obviously, you know, Link is like projectile character, right?
Yeah.
And so I was stressing about how I couldn't get close to him, and that made me even more stressed. And so I just kind of like was just not playing good. I just really was not playing good, and so I lost. And then Marcos won the whole tournament, I think.
Did he really?
Yeah, I think so. I think because
I got hit with this stupid when he does it backwards, when he does the PK Thunder and he does a special thing, I got hit by that because of one miss input, because I did the stupid power dunk and I went into it, and you have like, you can't move after that. That after that whole thing, he just knew that I was going to do that for some reason.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't use it the whole entire match. Right when he used the power dunk, he immediately turned it around and hit me, and I was like, are you joking me? And he's actually going to kill me with that? I was so pissed. He killed me at, like, I think it was, like, 40%, because it does so much damage, and I'm like, oh my god, dude. It pissed me off. I just gave up at that point. Yeah. That I SD'd myself because I did the stupid air dodge, and then right after that, then he did that, and I was like, why should I even try?
Yeah. But you got him down to one stock, though. He had a 3-stock lead, and you got him down to 1 stock in the last, right?
Yeah.
That was still pretty
good.
So
I took down 2 stocks, but I mean, it still sucks that I lost because of 2 fuck-ups.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean...
That's why I was so angry after I lost. I was like, all of this was my fault because of my 2 miss inputs.
Yeah, I just was really fucking nervous. I think that's my biggest reason for losing. I was just nervous. But yeah, the party was fucking fun, though.
Yeah, I played, after like I lost, I was depressed, and I just wanted to go play Guitar Hero. And I sucked. I just played beginner, and I was like, oh, okay, now I understand, because I wasn't able to do the
strum thing.
The strum. I wasn't strumming correctly, so I went in beginner first. And then I was like, oh, I have a hang of this, and I was like, oh, it's really easy. And then I just did like easy mode for the rest of the night, and then like I did some normal, and I was like, I was the first time I played the game, and I'm like, wow, this is like really fun.
Yeah, I'm not very good at Guitar Hero. I obviously, you fucking know, I'm more of a Beat Saber person. I'm so good at Beat Saber.
I really want to get Guitar Hero. That was so much fun. I could actually do that all day.
Yeah, I need to get a new VR headset, man, because I gave away my old one because obviously it's just a normal Oculus Rift. It's super outdated, and so I gave it away. And now
to whom?
To Silas.
Oh.
And now I really want another headset, but I don't want to buy Oculus because Facebook and their whole meta thing, it's so fucking stupid, and I don't want to support Facebook, so I don't know. I really just am trying to figure out some some new headset to buy.
I'd still do it anyway. I don't really care about supporting them. At least it's fun for me.
Yeah, but I just think that they track you, you know. They track your whole body movement. That's the information that they're gathering. They get what you look at.
When I think about that, I'm just like, what, my brother's dad always said. He was always like, man, he has, what is it called? Not Hey Siri, it's not like Siri. I don't know what the other name of it is.
Google, like Hey Google?
No, the other one.
Cortana, the one on the computer?
No, it was called
Alexa.
Alexa, yeah. He has Alexa all out through his house. Like it's a security system and he talks to her and it follows his movements or whatever. And then we're like, that's really creepy. He goes, well, the government's watching us anyway, so why not have fun with it? Like they're already watching us. So then like that was his logic. It makes sense. I'm like, well, yeah, she was like, you're already being tracked by your phone. You're already being tracked by like when you go online. So what's the difference of me doing this and having fun with it? It doesn't really matter anymore. At this point, I'm already being watched, so I don't really care. What more can they do? Are they going to come over there and steal my eyeballs? Like, they're not going to really... There's nothing they really can do. It's not like the government's we tracked his movements. We know how he could fight. So they're all going to be outside waiting for you, and they're going to beat the shit out of you. It's like, what more does it matter? What are they going to do with it? What are they going to do with that information? They're not really going to do anything with it. There's no point. I don't think they... You know how insignificant we are? We don't really matter. I think it's most people, everyone's like, I'm my main character. They're watching me because I am so smart. They do not give two shits. All they want is your money, and that is all they want from you.
But the thing is, it's not the government. It's Facebook, a private corporation. And the thing is, they already, like, it's just... The thing for me is, I guess, mostly, like, consent, It's like, I don't, like...
I mean, it was consent. You asked for the Oculus and everything.
Yeah, I know, but like it's like
you're thinking that it's to them since it's consent, it's okay for them to do whatever they want with it.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think like there's this YouTuber. His name's like Thrill Seeker or whatever, and he was talking about it, and the way he put it, I think, kind of made the most sense to me. Is it's like I feel like VR should be like a place for like people to go out and like express themselves, and like you can literally be anybody and see things through the eyes of people that you could never be in your actual normal life, right? It is a whole other level of storytelling and experiences that a lot of people don't normally get to have.
Yeah.
And
so I really want one just to play VR.
Yeah, it's so much fun. But the thing is, when there are corporations...
I meant VR chat. I don't know why I just said VR.
Yeah, but for when there's like these corporations that are going out and basically being like, oh, you can't do this because our company said that you can't because it's against the quota, or it's... And they can like... They can make it however they want, It's not open source. Like if I was like, oh, I want to make a new game... And they're like, well, sorry, we have enough money to stop you from making your game because we can make 1,000 things like 1,000 more advertisements for our game, and your game will never get noticed by anybody ever because on our platform we won't allow people to purchase it, or like stuff like that, like they won't allow people to purchase games. Or it's just, I don't like that idea of that in the future, Facebook or Meta or whatever they are could go out and just, completely just do whatever they want. They have full control over every decision that we make in our virtual lives. And I don't like that. I'd rather VR be an open source platform for anybody who wants to make something to be able to make it and be like, look, I made a game
Isn't
about...
that kind of what they do on Nintendo Switch? No, people just make games and put them on there.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there is a lot of shovelware, and you're going to get that kind of stuff with VR by making it open source. But because like on Switch, you go on there and you see like I was talking about
Bubble Buddy,
bouncy, yeah, Bubble Bouncy, Bubble World or whatever, right? And it's like a $2 game made in fucking Unity. Like, sure, you're gonna have shit like that, but I would rather have shit like that and still be able to have things like Hollow Knight or Bug Fables, like all these indie games.
Hollow Knight VR.
Yeah, like where people like in
yeah, where it's like indie developers are allowed to go in there and make a good game.
Yeah, I'd rather stuff like that there be a bunch of trash because Yeah,
people, well then all of the other stuff is gonna shine even brighter.
Yeah, instead of like having like Facebook being like, this is our new game, Boxman. You are a cardboard box. And
I literally watched Critical's video of how Mark Zuckerberg is like really creepy because he was talking about VR. Like they talking about Beat Saber. They're like, he goes, I love Beat Saber. Let's roll the the trailer for it. You know what the fucking trailer was?
What?
It's just the lightsaber or whatever it is in the game.
Yeah.
And then you reach for it, you grab it, a box comes by, they hit it, and then it fucking ends. That was the whole thing. And she goes, wow, that was so cool. I was like, that was the cringiest thing I've ever seen. It was so awkward.
Yeah. Damn.
Man, that was a good advertisement.
I don't want this man with the fucking sweet baby rays on his fucking shelf to be controlling all the shit that I do in my virtual reality life, you know?
Yeah.
I want to be able to do whatever the fuck I want. So, I don't know. I would say this is a pretty good fucking podcast.
Yeah.
I actually...
It started off really bad.
It did start off really bad, and I think we're not going to get a bunch of views on it just because of that. But, damn.
You could always edit the first, 2 minutes of us just going,
Yeah. I can do that.
Yeah.
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 All right. Well, I hope you guys fucking enjoyed the episode 1 of... I still don't know what we're going to fucking call this. Are we sticking with
The Omelette?
The Omelette?
I guess so.
All right. Well, this was episode 1 of The Omelette. We can always fucking change it later if we fucking hate it. Thank you guys so much for coming to see the first episode. Yeah. Have a fucking fantastic day.
I'll see you guys later.
Bye-bye.